Hello and welcome to TCU Sports Now, Game Day Edition, live at Amon G. Carter Stadium. I'm Dusty Baker, alongside Sydney Rindall, Paloma Villacana, and Garrett Padell.
Hello and welcome to TCU Sports Now. I'm Dusty Baker.
Welcome back, Dean. Dusty Baker here alongside Alex Gaffigan and Kendall Washington. Welcome back to Unscripted. Dusty Baker here alongside Deet Straka. With us here today, we have Brandon Perino, the former Carter Ambassadors president here at TCU.
Tell me about how excited you are just to speak to TCU students about something that's not related to what's on the baseball field.
The Cyclones are 2-3 after coming off a 66-31 loss at Texas Tech. The game will begin at 6 p.m. Central Time.
Welcome to Arizona, the home of spring training baseball for 15 of 30 Major League Baseball organizations.
What do you think about that catch by Edelman? You have to throw that play out there as one of the most incredible plays that you've ever seen in the Super Bowl.
Spring training is a time of growth, of change, of hope, and most of all, of new beginnings. What is Romo's signature win? What is the biggest game that he's ever had? And really, on a big stage, has he won a truly significant game? Now, Garrett, can you tell us a little bit about where TCU might find themselves in a bowl game after this game against Kansas State?
You watched that World Series Game 7. That was one of the most incredible games that we could ever watch.
Unbelievable.
And it was in extra innings, so why are we going to try and change something that is so meaningful to a sport that's been around?
TCU is coming off a big win against the University of Texas in Austin. That was their 6th win of the season, and that therefore makes them bowl eligible. Finally, you look at the TCU Horned Frog, Brandon Finnegan, who pitched amazing for the Cincinnati Reds against the Philadelphia Phillies. What do you kind of see with him going forward?
He's going to get traded. I don't know where he's going to get traded. I think it's going to be either Houston or the Rangers. He could even get traded to the Cardinals, actually. I could see that happening.
Potentially, TCU could end up in the Cactus Bowl.
A 2-4 playoff record does not go down to me as one of the greatest quarterbacks that we've seen, especially in Cowboys history.
We look at the NL West, where the Diamondbacks and the Colorado Rockies are surprising everybody right now. Both have 10 wins. The Los Angeles Dodgers are really struggling right now.
I think Dusty Baker takes his team to the World Series. Last time he made it was with the Giants to face the Angels. But this time I think he faces the Houston Astros. I'm really high on the Houston Astros.
I think Luken Baker is going to be the key.
Eric Thames hitting over 400 with a league-leading 8 home runs. Unbelievable. Also has a league-leading 20 runs as well.
Last year, he hit 379 with 11 home runs. Pretty impressive for a guy that was a freshman.
He struck out 7 guys in 5 innings, which is really impressive for a rookie. I think that one interesting thing to look at in the future is Mitchell Traver.
The Chargers are moving to a stadium that holds 27,000 people.
I have to look towards the Big 12, and I think that Patrick Mahomes is a guy that a lot of people are sleeping on.
100%.
Quarterback that's very athletic. He kind of reminds me of Trayvon Boykin.
Here's my take on the Panthers. I think that they need a running game to complement Cam Newton.
Of course, last year the slogan for TCU baseball was never ever give up, Nigu. I think that this is a great way to give back, to show how much he really meant to this team and how much he still does mean to this team.
Those semifinals will be held in Tokyo and in San Diego, and then the championship round will be in Los Angeles. At the end of the day, guess what? We have baseball. And that's the exciting thing about it. We have baseball 1 month early, which is super exciting, and I'm excited to watch it, and I hope that people out there will understand what this really means to our country, what this means to countries all around.
That leads us to our favorite time of the show, which is our predictions for the game today between 6-5 TCU and 7-4 Kansas State.
When Trayvon Boykin hit Turpin in the back of the end zone, that stadium erupted.
Unbelievable.
And it was absolutely incredible. And, TCU has really given us a lot of great memories here, and that is one of the memories that I will cherish forever.
I've had a good time on here, guys, and it's something that I'm really looking forward to continuing.
This has been TCU Sports Now, the last edition in 2016, and we look forward to seeing you guys again in 2017.
Starting this show it's been a pleasure. It really has been. And to see kind of where it's gone from the very start to now our final show, and being able to pass it on to the next president, Kendall Washington. We're really lucky to have you, man. We really are. And our slogan here is sports were meant to be unscripted, and I think we really take that into account every single day that we come here because, we aren't here to read off stats. We're not here to give you what you can read in a newspaper. We're here to give you analysis. We're here to give you our opinions, and I think we've done the job that we needed to, and Kendall, keep bringing this forward.
We also want you guys to remember one more thing, that no matter what they say, sports were meant to be unscripted.
And remember that no matter what they say, sports were meant to be unscripted.
A 5-time All-Star, 3-time National League Cy Young Award winner,
And the NL MVP preached at an event run by the Christian organizations Ignite and the FCA the night of November the 23rd. TCU students, as well as others, including former TCU baseball starting pitcher and current Cincinnati Red, Brandon Finnegan, were in attendance to hear Los Angeles Dodgers starting pitcher Clayton Kershaw preach the gospel.
One of our board of directors grew up with Clayton Kershaw.
One of my buddies is on the board, I guess, for FCA and Ignite, and asked me if I'd do it.
Board of director went up to Clayton and asked him, and Clayton said, "I'd love to."
Man, I just want to introduce my buddy Clayton. All right.
You know, anytime you get to talk about Jesus and get an audience to do it, it's pretty awesome.
Wow, there's a lot of people here. That made me nervous. All lights. Thank you guys for having me. This is a pretty cool opportunity for me to get to come here and not really talk about baseball. Just get to talk about Jesus.
Kershaw spoke to the crowd on the topic of a person's life purpose.
Guys, let me tell you right now, baseball's not my purpose. I found that out so quickly.
Kershaw also talked about the work he's done in Africa with his wife through his organization, Kershaw's Challenge.
And Kershaw's Challenge is a foundation that Ellen and I started with the single purpose of helping kids. And that's the crazy thing. That's our purpose.
He also talked about his newborn daughter.
She's 10 months today. Her name's Callie. I got a lot of pictures if you want to see her. But she's just amazing. I mean, it's the coolest thing I've ever gotten to do.
And he couldn't go without shedding a tear or two in the process.
Give me a second. If you ever meet Callie, don't tell her I cried tonight, okay? Let's see what you're saying.
Kershaw closed by talking about how baseball itself related to his faith.
God gave me baseball. I know that. I didn't do anything to deserve that. There's no reason that I can throw a baseball better than some people. He just did it so I could serve his kingdom. All right, everybody. Thank you all very much. I appreciate it.
Dusty Baker, TCU News Now.